Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some things that I picked up. So this is the collection update for May. So without further ado, let's dive in and take a look at what I added to the collection. I got a nice little pickup from my local, it's a local mom and pop store for me. It's called Compact Disc Outlet. I haven't been there in a long time, a couple years, so I just happened to slide in there, and they had a decent selection, and their stuff is really reasonable. Then I picked up 4 titles from one of my favorite whatnot seller, Alf's Card. And then I picked up 1 new title from Best Buy. You know, Best Buy, they're pretty much going out of business. Not their physical media. They're getting rid of physical media. So as far as physical media is concerned, Best Buy is going out of business when it comes to that. And I do believe Walmart is picking up the slack on that. But I was able to get one thing that I saw. The Best Buy don't have much left, but I did find something that I really wanted, and I'm glad I found it. So let's go ahead and dive in. And also got some Blu-ray upgrades, some DVD upgrades. I got a few upgrades that I added to the collection. So let's dive in and take a look at what I got from Best Buy first. And this is something that I had my eye on for a while. It's a Kino Lorber release. Hopefully ain't nothing moving around there. I may have to open this up. I don't like to open movies until I'm ready to watch them. But anyway, this is Brian Dennehy and Brian Dennehy and Brian Brown. I'm sorry. Brian Brown and Brian Dennehy is in both of these movies. And we have FX1 and FX2. These are really cool movies right here. So Brian Brown plays the role of a special effects expert. And Brian Dennehy, I think, is like a cop and they solving crimes together. Fantastic movies. I like both. FX1 is a little bit better than 2, but 2 is good. These are movies made in their generation for sure. FX1 and FX2. Fantastic movies. You watch those, you'll be very entertained. And this double pack is a Kino Lorber release, so I'm quite sure you could probably go on the Kino website, if Best Buy don't have it anymore, and find this double pack if you want it. Now, this is what I picked up from Alf's Card. 1 Blu-ray and 3 4Ks. Alf's Card, I can't say it enough. Kenny at Kenny's Movie Palace will tell you that Alf is definitely one of the best places to go for new releases because you'll get them for like 50%, maybe some places 75% cheaper than if you went to go to a retail outlet to get your 4Ks. So, starting with the 1 Blu-ray that I did have, he didn't have this one on 4K, but that's fine. The rest of them I got on Blu-ray. So, and it's The Hunger Games. Songbirds, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This is basically an origin story for President Snow. This movie is really, really good. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my wife and daughter. They actually went to the theater to see it because they're both Hunger Game fans. They saw it when it first came out in theaters, but they wanted to watch it again, so we watched it together. And I gotta admit, I really like this movie. It's right up there with the best of the Hunger Game movies. I didn't know what to think when it first came out. Again, like I said, I'm not a Hunger Games super fan, but because my wife and daughter are fans, I'll watch it with them. But again, this one was really, really good. It got me wanting to go back and really watch them. Because when I watched them with them, they had them on. I would sit and watch for a few minutes, get up, do something, come back, watch for a few minutes. This one got me wanting to watch the entire Hunger Games series all the way through. I think I watched the first one all the way through, but the rest of them I just was kind of like, they was just on and I would just watch and, really wasn't 100% focused. But this was really good. This was a really good origin story for President Snow. An absolute banger. Next up, this is a DVD upgrade too, but I think I'm going to keep the DVD because it's a special collector's edition. It's right behind me up there. My finger is on it. I think I'm going to hold on to that one, but I got the Titanic on 4K. Now, this I can't wait to watch it on 4K. I like the Titanic. It's one of the better love stories out there. Fantastic movie, great visuals, great story, great acting. Cast was banging. I don't have anything negative to say about this movie. Nothing at all. And this one goes back to when I was a young buck. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This movie was really good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And this is a movie that I thought wasn't all that great, but again, it's a comic book movie. I gotta get it. And yeah, I gotta get it. I'm collecting comic book movies. I get them all no matter how good or bad they are. And this is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. It wasn't really good. The first one was way better. In fact, the first Aquaman movie was one of the best DC movies. But this one was, I'm not going to call it like trash, but just wasn't really it wasn't really all that. But I got it on 4K, so boom. So that's everything I picked up from Alps Card so far in Best Buy. Now, this is everything I picked up from, I want to say, yeah, there's actually some of this stuff came from, I don't know where, who, what, why, but some of this stuff did come from another Whatnot seller, and I think I know what came from the Whatnot seller. And what came from, anyway, what came from the Whatnot sellers. Either way, look, guys, this is this stack here is between Whatnot, not Alps Card, because I usually just buy new titles from him. I don't really buy a lot of common titles. He do offer common titles, but I usually get those from other places. For him, I just strictly get 4Ks and new titles, newer releases. So this is from Compact Disc Outlet and another Whatnot seller. I think this was like a first-time buy from this seller, so I don't really follow this seller, but the prices was pretty good, so let's dive in. I picked up, this one got Daniel Craig, Naomi Watts, and Rachel Weisz in Dream House. I picked it up because on the strength of Daniel Craig, so I'm going to go ahead and check this one out. Here's a Stallone movie that really wasn't bad at all. This movie didn't really get a lot of love, but it was a decent movie, and it's Revenge Never Gets Old. Bullet to the Head. This movie is all right. I ain't gonna hold you. I remember the first time I saw it. I went in with low expectations and came out and said, yo, this all right. And speaking of Stallone, is any of y'all like following Tulsa King? That shit is banging. I'm trying to tell you. This one I bought on the strength of Sean Penn, and this is The Gunman. Don't know much about this one, but I saw Sean Penn. I said, I'll check it out. Here's one that I just said, you know what, I'll just throw it in my collection just because. The Prince of Persia. It was a good price. I think I only paid $3 for this. So, why not? Whatnot, you can get some great deals. Some guys got the common titles, generally, the guys who offer common titles, they generally offer them between $2 and $3. They rarely auction their stuff. The guys with the bulk, the bunch of like, common titles, they usually just sell them for $2 to $3. Sometimes you might find guys will offer them up for $1. And then the guys with the more premium titles, they'll auction them. Except for Alps Card. He's one of the few sellers who offer premium titles, and he just sell them for a flat price. He don't try to run them up on an auction. But anyway, I picked this one. I know that I got this one from the same reseller. I don't know this guy's name. If I buy more from him and I start to follow him, I'll give him a shout out. But this is a Arrow release, and it's called The Red Queen Kills 7 Times. Actually, no. I bought this from I see the sticker on the back. I got this from my local mom and pop store. And it's an Arrow release. My first Arrow release. I really don't follow the boutiques all crazy. I do got a boutique section. It's small, but Arrow, this is the first one I bought from Arrow. And I might check Arrow out in the future. Right now, I've been really rocking with Kino Lorber, Scream and Shout Factory. I've been rocking with them. Definitely Indicator. Love Indicator. And who else? Criterion. So I'm diving deeper into the boutique pool. Here's one with Mel Gibson and Kate Bosworth. And this one is called Confidential Informant. And it has a slipcover. So that's pretty nice. Again, I'm not a slipcover fanatic, but it's always nice to get a movie with one. So that looks interesting. Here's one that I should have had in my collection. Long time ago, but I just never got around to getting it, but I got it now. I've seen it a million times. This is a movie that I actually see like in 7-Elevens and stuff like that. And it's called Fences with Denzel and Viola Davis. Now, I've seen this movie a million times. I definitely seen this movie. I've seen this movie about 3 times. It's a fantastic movie, great play, great acting, Viola Davis, Denzel Washington. A movie like this isn't going to disappoint. Fantastic movie. I love Fences. And I'm glad to have it in my collection, finally. Here's a Western movie. This one is How the West Was Won. How the West Was Won. So this will go into my Western collection. Let's see here. And then we got this other stack here came from that. So this is a mix of Goodies Disc Exchange, Compact Disc Outlet, and a Whatnot seller. So 3 places. So I don't know which what. I didn't separate it. So I picked up Hansel. Let me see. Yeah, Hansel and Gretel. This is the unrated cut. I like this movie. I thought it was good. So to get the unrated cut, I'll want to watch that too. I enjoyed that movie a lot. This is a DVD upgrade. I had this on DVD I had this movie on DVD since it came out on DVD. And because of Anthony Hopkins. Usually when I see a Hopkins movie, I buy it, usually. And this got Ryan Gosling and Anthony Hopkins, and this is Fracture. This is a great movie. And I was glad I was able to pick this up real cheap to upgrade my DVD. Here's another DVD upgrade. This one is brand new sealed. This is Flight of the Phoenix. This is a really good movie too. So that's why I upgraded it. Usually I only upgrade movies that I think are pretty decent. I try not to upgrade my DVDs unless I think the movie is decent. Here's another one. This is one of my more liked M. Night Shyamalan movies. For a minute there, he was doing some weird stuff. Now, trust me when I say this. I like more M. Night Shyamalan movies than I don't. But this is one of the better ones for me. I really enjoyed this one. It's called The Happening. And again, I had this on DVD, so this is a welcome upgrade. This is another movie that I really liked a lot. I mean, this is Tom Cruise and The Last Samurai. This is a DVD upgrade. Yeah, now this one, you know, I could have got the 4K, but when I saw the Blu-ray just this cheap, I said, I'll just go ahead and upgrade my DVD to the Blu-ray. Untouchables. Everybody knows this movie right here is fantastic. Fantastic movie. Here's one. This is a brand new sealed copy. X-Men Origins Wolverine. Again, I like this movie. I enjoyed it a lot. I really did like Liv Schreiber as Sabretooth. Was he Sabretooth? I mean, I think this is before he took on the name Sabretooth or whatever, but it was a good movie. Didn't care too much for what they did with Deadpool, but I get it. All this was an origin, so it was fine. This movie was okay. I'm not going to call it a banger because it's not really a banger, but it's a good movie and it's watchable. So I upgraded that one. I had that one on DVD as well. And I definitely want to keep all my superhero movies on at least Blu-ray. And here's a movie that was in my collection since the day it came out. I do believe I pre-ordered that. And I don't really pre-order movies. I don't pre-order really anything. Video games, movies. I just don't. But this is one that I think I pre-ordered the DVD when it first came out. And that is The Passion of the Christ. Whoa. Just whoa. What a movie. And I was glad I was able to get it off of DVD. This movie is so real. Like, now, this is one that I saw years ago, and I really like this movie. I like the cast. I like the story. I don't remember the ending, so I may have to watch this one again. But you got Carl Urban, James Marsden, Wentworth Miller, Eric Stone Street, and Matthew Chateris, I think. I don't know all these guys. I just know Carl Urban. I'm butchering the name. Carl Urban and James Marsden. Those are the only two I really know. And that's The Loft. This movie was pretty decent. I saw this years ago, and I'm not sure if I watched it all the way to the end. But from what I remember, these guys, they had like a loft that they all kind of chipped into having. It was like their little secret place that they had where they would entertain women or have like little parties and stuff. And I don't think their wives knew about it. It was their secret little location. And I think this woman here ended up dead in the loft, and they were scrambling to figure out what to do. I do believe that was the premise of the movie. It was a pretty decent movie. I just don't remember how it all played out. I may have to rewatch that one sooner than later. And this one, Anthony Hopkins, Helen Mirren, Scarlett Johansson, Toni Collette, Danny Houston, Jessica Biel, and James Darcy. Wow. Hitchcock. You know what? I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw it at the store. I don't remember hearing much about this or anything, but that cast, and it's a movie based on Hitchcock, I said, I gotta check this one out. And I think I only paid like $4 for it. Here's another one. The Imitation Game with Michael Fassbender. No, that's not Fassbender. That's Cumberbatch. Benedict Cumberbatch and I don't know who she is. Keira Knightley. I heard the name, but I don't know who she is. But yeah, I had to pick this one up. Brand new. Whoever paid for this one, brand new, paid $35 for it. Ouch. The Imitation Game. So this looks interesting. Michael Fassbender, Benedict Cumberbatch. I like both of them. I get them mixed up a little bit, but there you go. Let's see. This one, Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall. I had to go ahead and check this one out. It's called The Judge. This is a movie I saw 1,000,001 times, but I liked it. It was a decent enough movie, and it's got a slipcover. Ignore that price on there. Their movies is actually 2 for $8 at that store that I went to. And then the nice thing about them, the Blu-rays, the DVDs is 5 for $10. Blu-rays are 2 for $8. They used to be 3 for $8 back in the day, but I guess inflation. And you get a punch card. When you buy 5, you get 1 for free. And that's a lot of like mom and pop stores. They have the little punch cards to encourage you to buy more. Last but not least, I was able to get this Steelbook. And again, I'm not a Steelbook fanatic. I got one section of Steelbooks, but I don't shy away from them either. I won't purposely buy a Steelbook if it costs more, like much more. But if the Steelbook of a movie is there and I'm looking at the movies and the Steelbook is like $5 more, I might be persuaded to buy the Steelbook. But here we go. This is Wonder Woman Bloodlines. And it's in a really nice Steelbook with nice artwork. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and pick this one up. It was a pretty good price. I think this one was $8. So yeah, not bad. Nice little addition to my little DC collection / Steelbook collection. So that's everything I picked up in this pickup. So let's go ahead and recap everything. So from Alps Cards, guys, go on Whatnot and you got to go check out Alps Card. He does shows. I want to say he do shows every other day. You can time his shows like that. And he does a special new release only show where you can get stuff like this. He'll do a random pop-up show where he's just doing his new stuff. He won't have any of the comment titles on. And then he got shows where he do comment titles. I mean, his comment titles are $3 without slip covers, and I think $4 with slips. And sometimes he has specials where he give you buy 2, get 1. He does, if you buy certain price points, you can get like a dice roll to see if you can get half off your order. The guy is phenomenal. Alps Cards on Whatnot. You got to check his channel out. He's a banger. So from Alps Card, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Ferris Bueller Day Off, the Titanic, well, just Titanic, 4K. The Hunger Games. This is the Ballad of Snakes, of Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, Songbirds and Snakes. This is a good movie. You need to check this one out. And then from Best Buy, I picked up the FX Combo. This is also a Kino release, so you could probably get it directly from Kino if you're looking for it, and Best Buy don't have any. I'm quite sure you can find this double pack on eBay, too, for a decent price. This one from Best Buy was $20, and it was worth it to me. And Wonder Woman, I got this from, I want to say this came from Goodies Disc Exchange. This is a Wonder Woman Bloodlines. Cabin in the Woods, The Judge, The Imitation Game, Hitchcock. I'm really excited for this one. This is probably the one that I'm most excited to sit down and watch. The Loft. I'm definitely going to watch this one again and pay attention. The Passion of the Christ, X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Untouchables, The Last Samurai, The Happening. I really like that one too. That was a good one. Flight of the Phoenix, Fracture. If you're looking for a really good, well, I'm not going to say it's a murder mystery. It's not a mystery. You know exactly who does the killing within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. You know who did it, but I would say this is a good, you know what this is? This isn't really a murder mystery. It's a cat and mouse movie. Gosling is the cat and Hopkins is the mouse, and he almost get away with it. So yeah, this is a good movie, Fractures. And yeah, it's definitely not a murder mystery. It's more of a cat and mouse type of movie. Hansel and Gretel, How the West Was Won, Fences, let's see, Confidential Informant, The Red Queen Kills 7 Times, an Arrow release, my first Arrow release. Let's see. The Prince of Persia. The Gunman. Bullet to the Head. And Dream House. Well, guys, that's the pickups for May. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.